Welcome to Learn and Success, where we bring English learning to life through real-world topics. In today's exciting episode, we're stepping onto the field with baseball and beyond, the language of the game. Whether you're a sports fan or just want to improve your English, this episode is packed with useful phrases, sports vocabulary, and common expressions used in baseball, many of which are used in everyday English too. Let's play ball and learn the language behind the game, only on Learn and Success.
And today, we're really plunging headfirst into the world of baseball.
America's national pastime, as they say.
Right. You probably know it as that, but its popularity, it's huge, way beyond the U.S. Think like the Caribbean, Japan, Korea.
Okay.
It's massive.
It really is a global game now. And what's so fascinating, I think, isn't just the sport itself, though, that's interesting too, but how baseball has kind of seeped into the English language.
That's what we're focusing on today.
Yeah, our mission for this deep dive is basically to explore how this sport has given us loads of common phrases, things you might say every single day.
And have no idea they came from baseball.
Precisely. No idea about the origins on the diamond.
Okay, so get ready. We're going on a bit of a journey here, starting with understanding some basic game stuff.
The mechanics.
And then uncovering those hidden meanings in everyday chat. And, to really get this linguistic side, we probably need to step onto the field first, metaphorically speaking.
Definitely helps to picture it. Our source material actually gives us some pretty vivid play-by-play commentary, which is perfect for setting the scene.
Okay, so imagine you're there, you're at the ballpark. Before anything really happens, game-wise, you'll hear the national anthem.
Right. And that's an interesting point itself. People sometimes mix it up, maybe call it a national hymn.
Mm-hmm.
But in English, especially for like official ceremonies in sports, it's distinctly the national anthem. That's what kicks things off.
Okay, anthem's done, then who's in charge?
That'd be the umpire. Or umpires, usually there are a few. They're the authority, making the calls, controlling the game flow.
Got it. And then the real action starts. It all begins with the pitcher, right? The player on that little mound.
Yep, the one throwing the ball, often really fast towards the batter.
And you often hear the commentator say the pitcher winds up before the throw. What's that about?
Ah, yes, to wind up. That describes the whole motion. The pitcher bringing their arm way back, sort of coiling up.
To get power.
Exactly, to gain momentum and power before releasing the ball. It's kind of like winding up an old clock or a toy, that buildup of potential energy.
Oh, I see. So it's about preparing for a powerful action.
Precisely. And you can use wind-up for pretty much any action where you need that kind of preparation to generate force, getting ready to really do something.
Okay, like winding up for a big speech, maybe. So the pitcher winds up, throws. What might happen next?
So hopefully the batter hits it. They might hit what's called a line drive.
A line drive. What does that look like?
So in baseball terms, it's a ball that's hit hard and low to the ground. It travels fast, often sort of straight along the foul line, which marks the edge of the playing field. It's a specific type of hit.
Okay, hard and low. And if that happens, especially if it's hit sharply, the fielders might have to react fast.
Oh, yeah. They might start scrambling to get the ball.
Scrambling. We're not talking breakfast here, are we?
No, definitely not eggs. In baseball, or really any situation, scrambling means moving quickly, but in a kind of disorganized way, maybe a bit frantic.
Rushing around.
Yeah, rushing, maybe bumping into each other, not smooth or planned. And that word, scrambling, has totally jumped into everyday life.
Oh, for sure. You hear people say they're scrambling to buy tickets for something popular.
Exactly. Or, scrambling to get everything ready before you go on holiday. That feeling of rushed, slightly chaotic activity.
I know that feeling well. Okay, so the game progresses, hit by hit, play by play. How is it structured? It's not like halves in soccer, is it?
No, it's different. Baseball is divided into innings.
Innings.
Yeah, think of them as periods of play. A standard professional game usually has 9 innings, unlike, as you said, soccer with 2 halves, or maybe ice hockey, which has 3 periods. Each inning has its own structure, too. But the key thing is, the game is measured in these innings.
9 innings. Got it. So understanding these basic terms, anthem, umpire, pitcher, wind-up, line drive, scrambling, inning, it really does set the stage.
It gives you the literal context.
Right. But now, for me, this is where it gets really fascinating, how these very specific baseball things somehow leave the ballpark and end up in, like, our work meetings or just casual chats.
This is the linguistic leap, yeah,
Yeah.
where the metaphors come alive.
It really is. So let's dig into some of those.
Okay, let's start with up to bat. On the field, that's simple. A player walks up to home plate, holds the bat, ready to hit.
Okay, their turn to hit.
Exactly. But take that off the field. It just means it's your turn. It signals a shift in focus or responsibility to you.
Like in a meeting.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Your boss might look at you and say, okay, you're up to bat. Meaning, right, now it's your turn to speak, present your idea, whatever it is, your moment.
That is so common. I use that. Okay, what about strike one? You hear that all the time. Sometimes even like parents sing it to kids.
Oh, absolutely. It's a classic. So in the game, baseball, 3 strikes and you're out.
Right.
You failed to hit the ball properly 3 times.
Right. 3 chances.
So strike 1 is literally just the first miss, the first failed attempt out of those 3. But in everyday life, it means the first mistake, the first warning.
It carries that weight, doesn't it?
It totally does. It implies, okay, that was mistake number 1, maybe 2 more, and there's a real consequence. You could get fired from a job, or like you said, a kid might get a timeout or grounded after strike 3. It's a warning system.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, how about curveball? That sounds tricky.
It is tricky. In baseball, a curveball isn't thrown straight. The pitcher puts spin on it so it curves. It swerves as it approaches the batter. Makes it really hard to hit.
Because you don't know where it's going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's unpredictable. So figuratively, a curveball is just that, an unexpected problem. Something that pops up out of nowhere and is difficult to deal with.
Can you give an example?
Sure. You might say, my boss threw me a real curveball today. I have to work late now. Meaning some unexpected task or issue came up. Or on a more personal level, someone might say, wow, asking me how many kids I want on a second date. That was a huge curveball. It's that sudden, tricky thing you weren't prepared for.
Definitely a curveball. Okay, last one, and it's a positive one. Home run. Everyone likes hitting a home run, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On the field, that's the best possible hit. You hit the ball so far, usually out of the park, that you get to run around all the bases and score easily. It's a big moment.
The ultimate success in hitting.
Yeah. And that feeling translates directly. Off the field, a home run means a big success, a major accomplishment, a victory.
So, like, if you nailed a presentation.
Exactly. Someone might say, wow, great job on that presentation. You really hit a home run, meaning you did exceptionally well.
Or for a team.
Yep. Our sales team hit a home run this month. They doubled revenue. It signifies peak performance, a massive win, the best possible outcome.
It's amazing, really, just going through those few examples. So you suddenly see baseball everywhere in English.
You really do.
And understanding where they came from, it doesn't just make you sound, more knowledgeable.
So it does do that.
It does, but it also genuinely, deepens your understanding of the language itself. You get the nuance, the story behind the phrase. It makes you a bit more savvy in conversations.
Absolutely. It connects language to culture, to shared experience. This whole deep dive, I think, really shows how a game, just a game, can weave itself so deeply into how we talk and think.
It shows how these sort of specific activities create these universal metaphors we all use.
Yeah. It's about how culture shapes communication. It's pretty cool when you think about it.
It really is.
Yeah.
So we've seen how baseball peppered our language. But here's something to think about as we wrap up. What other things might be doing the same thing?
Good question.
Think about other sports or maybe big cultural events or even like niche hobbies you might have. Are there words and phrases you use all the time that secretly came from those worlds?
What other kinds of national pastimes or just common activities are hiding there in plain sight, inside our vocabulary?
Something to mull over. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.